Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. I am here in Rome, Italy for the next 4 days. I'm gonna share with you everything that we do. We actually arrived yesterday, and when I say we, I am not traveling with Al this time, but I have a special guest. My mom is here with me on this trip.
Buongiorno!
And this is her first time in Italy.
Yes.
And we are going to explore around. It's Sunday, we had to sleep in because of jet lag. But yesterday we went to the Pantheon.
We had dinner.
Yes, with pasta. And now we're gonna head out to a beautiful garden to overlook the amazing views of Rome.
And it's a sunny, gorgeous day.
Sunny day.
Excited.
So let's head out. But first, let me share with you this little place that we're staying. We are staying in the heart of Rome in Campo dei Fiori. I actually stayed in a place literally right next door. So this is right here. So I know around the area perfectly. It's a cute little duplex. It's affordable. We have a little kitchen area and the bed area is upstairs. We also have a cute little view of the street, but the sun is calling. Let's head outside. Look how gorgeous the day is. And this street is just so quaint. And I love the cobblestones. Okay, we could not have asked for better weather.
It's awesome.
It's awesome. Look at all of these Gelato. We were gonna go head on our walk, but we already got sidetracked from shopping a little bit. That is adorable. Truly, so many Giolettis over there. My favorite. He's cutting up some things.
You can make this look.
My husband would love that.
Look, you can make that. It's good. I have the apple balsamico. Very good.
So we're actually headed to the Giardino Aranci, which is a beautiful garden that looks over the entire city. It's on top of a hill, but on our walk, we're definitely stopping and admiring the view. And like, it is the most beautiful weather. Early May, I was worried it was gonna be a bit rainy, but it's truly, truly the best. It's so pleasant. We found the hill.
Weebles wobble.
All right, Mom, let's go. Up the hill, you got it.
We go down from here.
I mean, it's so beautiful, quiet. And we made it to the garden. We have the Vatican right in front of us. Gorgeous view, and I just love these trees. They're so beautiful. Very Italian. We're gonna enjoy our time in the park. Water fountain.
Thank you.
We are now headed to lunch. Before this trip, I told my mom that we need to get new white sneakers, and she has on the Dr. Scholl's, and I have them on too. We are matching. We are also matching little necklaces, our little Amazon necklaces. So we are twinning today, and they're very comfortable, right?
Yes, absolutely. Highly recommend.
Highly recommend from a mom. And she was looking for arch support. So arch support, comfy and stylish. I will leave these linked down below. In fact, my whole outfit is actually basically from Amazon. I have my favorite comfy tee, which is perfect for this weather. It's very lightweight, and I have my linen pants on from Amazon, my shoes. I'll leave the whole look linked down below. All right, we're headed to lunch. Came highly recommended for like every Google search I did, so let's see what it's about. We ordered a half a liter of wine, because lunch would not be lunch without some wine. Ching ching. We ordered some prosciutto, so good, and then burrata. And we have our bread. It is a good day. Wow. Whoa.
Beautiful.
Wow. panettone alle amatriciana. And then I got a white ragu, and it looks amazing.
Oh, that looks really good. Delish.
A pistachio cake.
Look at those layers.
How was lunch?
Bellissimo.
It was so good, right?
Always delicious. Yes, highly recommend.
Mom approved.
Mom approved.
Like, wow. The wine bar? A change of clothes because we brought too many, and now we're headed to get some gelato at a very famous gelato spot called Giolitti. So let's go. Getting sidetracked by all of these amazing looking items.
Look at
Cookies. There's a little focaccia bread. This also looks like a good option for later.
Oh, the chocolate.
I'm happy we went here yesterday because it is so busy. This is the Pantheon. Look at this. Yeah. Time for gelato. This is hilarious. Same. We got our gelato. Cheers. Best flavors, the pistachio and nocciola, which is hazelnut and pistachio. So good. And in there was quite busy and funny.
madness.
Madness. But is it worth it? I think so. Yes.
Always fast.
Yes. Cute. We are starting our day and we're gonna see the Colosseum bright and early. Definitely recommend getting a ticket. And we have the Colosseum floor access. So let's head on over. We toured the Colosseum with the tour guide. I will leave the links down below if you want to book this tour. And we had Colosseum floor access tickets, which gave us an incredible viewpoint right on the Colosseum floor. This is one of the most popular tourist attractions in Rome, so I would advise you to get tickets in advance and a guided tour to learn more about this amazing ancient site. Our guide was fantastic and passionate about Roman history, and we learned so much. If you want tickets to the underground, those book up weeks in advance, so double check your dates. We're at the ground floor, which is really cool to see, and the underground passageways, and just to imagine all of the amazing seats here. And now we're gonna head up to the next level to see even more views. And our group is really, really small, which is great, only 6 people. So we're like in and out a lot faster than a larger group. So overall, having a really good time. And my mom loves it. Great, great tour. After visiting the Colosseum floor, we actually went up to the second level to get another vantage point of the Colosseum. So you get both level access with this tour. After the Colosseum, we toured Palatine Hill and the Roman Forum, which was the downtown of ancient Rome. It's truly incredible and there is so much to discover, so having a guide was extremely helpful. We just finished up our walking tour of the Colosseum, Roman Forum, Palatine Hill. It was a long tour, but I would definitely recommend getting one just because there's so much information that I can't even explain to you. Basically felt like I just took a history class on ancient Rome, but we learned so much, so many interesting facts about the ancient city, and we're gonna just take in the last bits of view. But I would say not only should you get a guided tour, what you should also do is plan your lunch for afterwards because we are so hungry. But I made a reservation, a restaurant around here around 1 p.m. So it's perfect timing, 30 minutes to walk over and eat a lot of food because I think we deserve a big bowl or two of pasta. For that, we're gonna walk over to one of the best views of the Colosseum. It's just right above on the second level. And then we're gonna eat a lot of food and wine.
And mom tip,
Mom tip.
if you come here, wear shoes that are stable.
Yes.
As you can see, this terrain is very rocky. The steps in the Colosseum are
Yes.
high. It's a good hip and leg workout. And then it's incline and decline. So
It's a lot.
be forewarned.
Taking in the view. Time for lunch. Lunchtime. Salmon avocado burrata. It smells so good. Carbonara, which I'll order that anywhere. But I ordered a tartufo pasta, fresh truffles. We have shade, we have wine. This is the best way to end a long walking tour, but we have another walking tour later. So we're regaining our strength.
This is culinary heaven.
Culinary heaven. Cheers to that. After lunch, we had a little rest, and now we're on our walking tour, part 2 of the day. We're gonna go on a 4-hour walking food tour of Trastevere, which I'm excited to try all the amazing foods, learn about the neighborhood, and this is a highly rated tour, so I will leave it linked down below along with the other tours that I'm doing in this video. But I'm excited to try some pastas, and I think you also get wine on this tour, so love that too. We're gonna head over to the meeting point. It's on the Tiber River and start. That's good. Good morning, it is 6:45 a.m. and we are headed on a full day trip to Tuscany. It's like a full bus tour. You go to Montepulciano, Pienza, have a wine lunch. It sounded right up my alley. So we're headed over to the bus station now. It starts at 7:30 and it's so peaceful walking the streets with no one in it. It's a nice time to kind of get up. It's hard to set your alarm at 5:30, but it's nice to get up and wander around. We started this full day Tuscany tour with a 2.5-hour bus ride to Montepulciano, where we did an hour guided tour to learn more about this medieval village. We made it to Montepulciano and we are taking a guided tour of the town. It's so charming. I'm loving the medieval streets. It's so charming. Even though it was rainy and cloudy, it was still beautiful to see this beautiful village. On our 30-minute free time of the village, we decided to do some wine tasting because what else are you going to do in the rain in Tuscany? And it was so fun. We tried a few different wines and ended up buying 2 bottles. We are now looking at a viewpoint outside of Montepulciano. And it's probably one of the worst days because it's untypically raining, but the blue sky I can see is trying to pop out, so maybe we'll have a sunny lunch.
A little damp today.
We are in original winery from 16th century. In that period, our farm was a friary of Franciscan monks. There are 3 different red wine, 2005, 2013 and 2016. And together there are many different testing of the meal.
After lunch, we've made it over to Pienza. We have an hour of free time here in Pienza, and I've actually been here 2 years ago, so I have a whole video on it if you want to check it out. I will leave it linked up here. But because I've been here, I know there's a beautiful viewpoint that I'm going to run to. One of my favorite views in the whole of Tuscany, and it's truly spectacular. I mean, just look at this. Just so gorgeous. And the rain stopped. So we're no longer like drenched in rain. I do see a rain cloud though, so we're gonna just take in these views. Maybe have a little gelato, but how picturesque is this? It's so cute. This is a beautiful view. Here is the rain. The pigeon is running. Oh my gosh, and we did not bring our umbrella for this, but even in the rain, I still think it's very beautiful. So we completely got soaked in Pienza. It was completely a rain out and we had to run back to the bus, so we were literally, I have a photo of me just soaking wet on that bus back. But overall, we had such a good time. If you want to see Tuscany but don't really want to plan out your trip or just see like new things, have some wine, have wine tastings, I will leave that information down below. It's 8 p.m. We're gonna figure out what we're gonna do for dinner, but I will see you guys tomorrow morning. It is our last full day in Rome, and today we're gonna go head over to the Villa Borghese Museum. It's one of the things that I really wanted to see. We are skipping the Vatican because my mom's actually coming back in November and doing that on her own. So instead of her going twice, we're just gonna skip the Vatican. So we're not doing that this trip, but again, with all these tours and things, I would recommend booking everything in advance, which is kind of annoying because yesterday we got rained out in Tuscany but we still had to go because we booked that one in advance. But even people waited for that day because it was supposed to be good weather, but things change. So today we're gonna head over to the museum. We've been walking everywhere in Rome because it's a very walkable city, but we're gonna opt for a cab this morning, and you can just like search on your phone taxi stand and you'll find places where you can pick up a taxi. Otherwise you have to call it with this app called It Taxi, which I haven't really tried yet, but I think we're just gonna walk over to the stand, get a taxi, and then head over to the museum. And then after, we are going to a restaurant, which is one of the hardest restaurant reservations to get in Rome. I was on my computer 30 days ago, clicking reserve. You have to book it out 30 days in advance, on the hour. It's pretty crazy. So we'll see if it's worth it. So let's head over to the museum. We could not figure out how to get a taxi. They weren't coming, so. Villa Borghese is a landscape garden where you'll find a public park, museums, attractions. The Villa Borghese Gallery has opulent rooms with stunning artwork, sculptures, and ancient mosaics from Caravaggio, Canova, and Raphael. It's not too large, just 7 rooms, so you won't feel overwhelmed. You can really take in all of the beautiful pieces. We took a guided tour to learn more about these great pieces of art. You can get admission without a guided tour. It's 13 euros a ticket, but this attraction does sell out in advance. So definitely book this about a month before your visit to avoid getting a guided tour, which costs a bit more money. But the guided tour was really insightful on learning more about these amazing works. So either way, I think this is a must visit. Well, we had a little rough start to the morning. We couldn't get a taxi. We waited around at the taxi stand, like none came. And then I just got an Uber, which took a long time because of the traffic. It was a Tesla, which is kind of cool, riding around in a Tesla in Rome. We made it to the museum. We were late. We couldn't find our guide. We had to get tickets. So it ended up being okay, but it was definitely not an ideal start to the day. We joined the tour, beautiful museum. It's not too big either, so if you can get tickets, probably go on your own and just get like an audio guide. We did a guided tour because that was the only way to get tickets because they do sell out in advance. And now we're walking through the garden on our way to lunch. Even though it's a 30-minute walk, I think it's still faster than a car waiting for the car to pick up. So it's a beautiful garden. And now we definitely worked up an appetite. So we are going to Armando al Pantheon, which is a really hard reservation to get. I was gonna cancel it, but I was like, you know what? Let's just keep it. Even though we have to leave our tour early, we'll see if it's worth it. Are you excited to see if it's worth it?
Absolutely.
Mom's hungry.
Yeah.
Cheers. This is the bruschetta with the anchovy and stracciatella cheese.
And pistachio.
And a carbonara. I will say the food was very good, definitely worth it. Now, there were people who got a standby reservation, so like it is for walking in, but definitely be there at like 12:40 to get a table if you don't have a reservation, if they have availability. But we did see people get lucky, so definitely recommend. Now we're gonna go over to the Trevi Fountain, which we haven't been to yet. I know it's gonna be so busy and packed, but you gotta see it when you're here. Trevi fountain, and I will say it's busy, obviously, but honestly, we got a picture with no one in it, so it's possible. But we're gonna head out. It's a little crazy, but you have to see it when you're in Rome. Let's get one a look. There it is. There's the fountain. It's our last dinner in Rome. We're gonna go over back to Trastevere, and I found this place online randomly, so we'll see if it's good and walk over there now. It did rain, now it stopped, so we're all dry. And I'm wearing this just a leather jacket, which in May at night, it's still like 65 degrees. So if you're coming in spring, I would definitely recommend bringing more pants. I brought 2 pairs of shorts and did not wear them at all. So I'm a little bummed out about that. But anyway, we are hungry again, if you can believe it or not. So we're gonna head off to dinner. And this is where we're staying. And this is our cute little window. I've actually stayed at this place like 4 years ago, so it's so crazy that they're literally right next to each other. But now we're gonna go off to dinner. It's such a beautiful street. I love the hanging vines. It's green. It's very pretty. A quiet little street before we head over to a very crowded place. And look at the floor. It is uneven everywhere. So definitely bring closed-toe shoes. Made it to dinner. A little orange cream jelly fish ball. We ordered the fried artichoke Roman style and the beef taco, pecorino, and beef tartare. We have a whole other table that they set up because we have a lot of food coming.
We're sharing. Look at that.
We are back home from dinner. Of course, it started to rain as soon as we were outside. So again, I feel like with the traveling tips, definitely bring an umbrella. I do have an Amazon Europe Travel Essentials video. I will leave that linked up here if you want to check it out. We had such a fun time in Rome. Our trip to Europe does not end. We're actually headed to the Amalfi Coast tomorrow, and we're going to take the train there and have a few days in Positano, maybe a day trip to Capri, so stay tuned on the channel. I do want to share with you really quickly though what we did end up buying. When we were in Tuscany, we bought a bottle of wine. We went to a really fun wine tasting place, and we just picked up some Tuscan wine. With Tuscany, you can either go into places, they have a price for the wine tasting, or you can kind of buy a bottle and the tasting is free. This one was like a combination of both. Because we bought a bottle, it was a bit discounted. I do have some other Tuscany travel vlogs. And then I did end up buying like a cool like gladiator t-shirt, and then I picked up this beautiful 100% linen dishcloth, which I thought was really pretty and beautiful for the home. So those are things that I bought. Not too much, but I'm kind of saving all the fun shopping for the Amalfi Coast. So anyway, with that, I hope you guys have a super awesome rest of the week, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.